Some pesticide labels require by law that you use a respirator for your own safety. And if the label calls for the use of a respirator, you need to use it and you need to use it correctly. When using a respirator, check for contamination, wear, deterioration, worn straps, or any other unusual situations. Follow manufacturer instructions to put on your respirator, and then adjust for comfort and seal, and then tighten the straps appropriately. Now you're ready to do a positive and negative seal check. First, perform a negative seal check. Cover the filter inlets with your hands. Only press just enough to seal the inlets. Then try to breathe in. You should feel the mask being drawn against your face by the vacuum created by breathing in. Air should not be entering the respirator from any point. If air is getting in, adjust the mask until you can do the test without air entering. Next, perform a positive seal test. Place your hand over the outlet valve of your respirator and breathe out normally. You should feel resistance that prevents you from being able to breathe out. And you should not feel air coming out around the mask at any point. If you do feel air escaping, readjust and repeat the positive and negative seal checks. If you are unable to get a seal, do not use the mask until the problem has been identified and corrected. If while you're using the respirator, you realize that it's not functioning properly or some hazard arises that it's not designed to handle, you need to get yourself to safety right away. Then you can take the respirator, figure out what's gone wrong, replace any parts that need to be replaced, and test it before using it again. Or if necessary, call for help for whatever hazard has come up in your work situation, or call for help for whatever medical problems you may be having. Some medical conditions can cause you to be unable to use a respirator. If you become dizzy, disoriented, or have shortness of breath, increased pulse rate, or suffer an onset of anxiousness, you should get to a safe area where you don't need to use a respirator. Remove the respirator, address your medical situation, and get appropriate help if needed. Cleaning is a very important part of respirator maintenance. Remove filters, cartridges, or canisters. Disassemble face pieces by removing speaking diaphragms, demand and pressure demand valve assemblies, hoses, or any components recommended by the manufacturer. Discard and repair any defective parts. Wash components in warm 110 Fahrenheit maximum water with a mild detergent or with a cleaner recommended by the manufacturer. A soft bristle brush may be used to facilitate the removal of dirt. Rinse components thoroughly in clean running water and drain. Respirator components should be immersed for 2 minutes in approximately 3/4 of a teaspoon of laundry bleach per gallon of water at 110 Fahrenheit. Rinse components thoroughly again in clean warm water. Drain. The importance of a thorough rinsing cannot be overemphasized. Detergents or disinfectants that dry on face pieces may result in dermatitis. In addition, some disinfectants may cause deterioration of rubber or corrosion of metal parts if not completely removed. Components should be hand-dried with a clean lint-free cloth or air-dried. Reassemble the face piece, replacing filters, cartridges, and canisters where necessary. Then test the respirator to ensure that all components are working properly. Store your clean respirator in an airtight bag or container. Be sure the respirator is dry before you put it away. Store your cartridges separately so as not to contaminate the clean respirator. And store both away from sunlight, moisture, extreme cold, extreme heat, and dust. And don't store them around chemicals. Take special care with the particulate N95 respirators, not to store them in a way that damages the shape of the respirator. You must keep track of the cumulative hours of use of your filter. It is required that it be changed out for every 8 hours of use. Improper use or maintenance of your respirator may make it ineffective. It might be on your face, but it's not going to be doing the job of protecting you like you need it to. It's your responsibility to make sure your respirator is complete, it's in good working order, and that it's not contaminated. These are your annual requirements for respirator use: a valid medical evaluation, respirator protection training, and respirator fit testing. Once your training and fit testing is done, you're ready to handle pesticides with appropriate care and safety precautions. But your safety depends on you. No respirator is going to be any better than your care in maintaining, applying, and seal testing your respirator in your day-to-day operations.